Thanks for staying with us. So joining us on the show is the marketing expert and business consultant, ARM Pensions, Tricia Ikpowomba. Good morning, madam. Are you there?
Hi, good morning. I'm here. How you doing?
Good to have you on the show. So ARM Pensions is here today because you have so much to tell us about your transfer window and all the packages you're working on. Could you tell us exactly what the transfer window is about and how we can participate in it?
All right, fantastic. So thank you for having me here. So the transfer window is basically, like how you have transfer windows in football, where that's the opportunity the footballer can move to another club. Now it's the same thing in pension. So this is the opportunity where pension account holders can switch their PFAs if they are currently not satisfied with their present administrator. So, if you're looking for another PFA that you feel will listen to you, have your money at best interest, then we're saying you can come to ARM. So, yeah, the window is currently open for you to make that transfer.
Now, let me ask you, how do you make the switch? What are some of the things you need to do to be able to switch?
Okay, so there are two key things that you should do if you're interested in switching PFAs. The first is you need to complete your data recapture with your current administrator. So you just reach out to them and inform them you'd like to switch. There's a process. You need to fill some information. Then the second thing is you reach out to ARM and one of our team members will come to you for a data capture. So we need things like your biodata and prints and all that. So it has to be physical. So somebody will come to you and take all that information and then set you up. So those are the two basic things you need to do to switch PFA.
I was going to jump on it when you said data capture, thinking we're in the pandemic, how do you do that? But since you said you send your...
Can I speak as a layman?
Yes.
I don't have pension. Can I come to you for, can I just apply? I don't know, because I don't have pension and I'm 60.
Fantastic, right? So while the transfer window is for people who already have a pensions account, but we are also interested in talking to people like you who have zero pensions. Now, the thing is, I always ask this question, how long will you hustle for? How long will you work for? There comes a time where the body is tired. We can't do all we used to do in our youth. And then we will need to fall back on something. Most times, especially in places like Nigeria, Africa, our fallback plan is our children. So we become burdens to our children in our old age. So we're saying that no matter your age, where you are now is fine. You realize you haven't, saved all this well. You can open a pensions account today. Like, it's that easy. And if you don't understand how it works, when you call us, somebody will be so good enough to explain to you your options, because we have two different accounts that you can choose to go into. So there's the one if you're an entrepreneur, you run your business solo, you can sign up with that where you contribute anything you want anytime. And then there's the other compulsory one if you work in an organization or you have employees that are up to a certain number. So it's just understanding what your options are, how you can contribute, what you can contribute. If you get out of you lose your job and you're out of job for 4 months, how much of your pensions you can access, all of that information. So just call us or email, and then you get all the information you need to start your pensions journey.
Right. How does it work having a pensions account? Because we know, Nigerians have this distrust. We don't know what exactly to believe. When you have a pensions account with ARM, for instance, does it give you access? Do you have a platform where you can monitor your contributions so you know what you're worth at the end of the day without having to consult? Or do you always have an agent attached to clients so that person can tell them A and then later they'll find out B from the company when it's time for them to access pension? How does it work with ARM exactly?
Okay, fantastic. So because we are interested in helping you, save for the future. Each account holder has an account officer. So the same thing that applies in your banks. So you basically have somebody you can reach if you need information. But aside that, there are several platforms you can use to access your funds, to check your monthly statements, etc. So we have a USSD code. We have a chat bot that you can just download and have conversations with. We have phone lines, there's email, there's the website, there's your account manager. Like, there's over 5 different channels you can use to check what the status of your savings is at ARM.
Right.
Okay, so
Tricia, there are a few elements that one should consider before choosing a PFA, some of which is the business stability, competitive investment returns, safety of our information, and excellent personalized services. These are important elements to people before choosing a PFA. How has ARM demonstrated itself to show they can actually ensure that they have these elements?
Okay, fantastic. So when you are trying to decide, what PFA you should use, is important. Like you mentioned, stability is important. So ARM Pensions is part of the ARM group. Now, the ARM group is the largest non-bank financial service firm in Nigeria. So that tells you that what ARM is capable, there's support and your money is safe. That's one thing. Now, another reason why you should look to ARM if you're deciding to go on the pensions journey is we give you competitive investment returns. So your money is not just sitting in somewhere, waiting for you. We put the money to good use. We help you invest it. That's why you need to come in and have conversations so that we explain to you how we invest your money, how your money is secure, and how we're trying to grow the money for you as you go on your savings journey with ARM. So that's the second reason. The third reason is data privacy. Like, we cannot overemphasize this. Is how are you sure that your data is safe with the PFA that you currently use? So at ARM, we take data privacy seriously, and we've gotten all the ISO certificates that ensure that any data you share with us is not used for any other activity, but for the purpose that it was shared with us. So these are like some of the reasons why we know that coming into ARM Pensions to start your pension journey or continue your pensions journey is one decision that you should be taking.
Okay, so I want to know, what does it cost to switch? And would it affect, after the switch, would it affect my remittance in any way?
There's zero cost to switch. Like zero. Nobody should charge you any amount to switch PFAs. And then there's no, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just that it's a different PFA now. So the same way you used to remit, you'll continue the same way. So it's like you're transferring your accounts from one platform to another. Here it's from one pensions administrator to another, and you just continue to remit the way you used to remit. So there's no fees, there's no hidden charges, there's nothing. Just reach out to your current administrator that you want to switch and start the process.
Tricia, what do I get for switching from my present pension to ARM?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
There must be an extra. What's that incentive for switching to your pension?
If I switch today, Tricia, what's the incentive? Are you going to give me something for switching? If I come to you today, if I call my pension PFA today and say, I'm going to ARM, what would you give me?
There is no incentives for switching. Let me ask you.
Okay.
We are offering you great service. See this thing. They're always looking for incentive. You use incentive elsewhere. It's not for incentive. This is your money. This is your lifelong money. Like how much money you worked for all these years. Don't use 500 naira data incentive to. Right.
Okay. So Tricia, let me ask you this question, Tricia. So I have a pension. I have a PFA right now. Right? All I get from them is just text messages telling me when a contribution has been made. That's all I get. So you're offering me a personalized service. I need you to really help me explain that. Let me to know what I'm going to be getting different from you. What does that personalized service mean exactly?
Okay, so personalized service, like the literal meaning is basically helping you identify what will work for you. So while remitting pension is the same across any PFA, you just pay the money every month and whatnot. But here, we're saying that you can have a conversation with your relationship manager, who's like your account officer, to understand, what your journey is. For instance, if you are contributing as a solopreneur, how much you can put in, how often you can, it's like your own advisor, how often you can, what you will be getting at the end of 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatnot. So it's just sitting down with you to help you understand what your options are and what your opportunities are. Also, if you happen to fall into tough times, as the times go on, like you lose your job or your business goes under, etc., here you can come back into your relationship manager to have a conversation and we put your options before you. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's basically where you are, what your income is, and advising you on how you can save with whatever you have.
Okay.
Yes, especially for solopreneurs.
Right.
I beg, my own is convince me because I'm a Nigerian. Me, I'm afraid to put money anywhere. Except bank. Even bank gone, you will think of the bank before you put your money. Convince me that if I put my money, you will not run away. That when I get to old age, I go and look for ARM pension. I don't see you. I want to see you. Because at 70 or 80, where am I going to find you? So please convince me. You have the platform to convince me now.
So the thing is, if you are remitting to, and this cuts across any pension funds administrator, your money is insured. So, for instance, let's say ARM pensions or ARM group goes down today, your money is insured, so you will get access to your money. There's a body called PenCom who is in charge of pensions in Nigeria. So no matter what happens to the PFA, your money is insured. You will get your money.
That's good.
Then you now have conversations on switching to another PFA with the money you have. But it is insured. So
can you give us an idea?
No matter what happens, your money is insured.
Okay. Can you give us an idea of the return on investment?
So the thing is, the return on investment is, there's no fixed percentile. It's not like, the money market where I say if you put in this, you get this. It is not fixed, but depending on your contribution. That's why we are big on the personalized service. So depending on your contribution, the frequency, etc., then you can have a conversation with your relationship manager to know what can be done with your money or what the returns will be for you. But it is not fixed. It cuts across, and there are different factors that determine that.
Thank you so much, Tricia. I think you've convinced us enough. Thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure.
So are you switching or are you signing up?
Oh, please, I don't know yet.
I'm thinking of signing up, but true, because when you get to my age,
we'll think about it. We're not allowed to endorse. We'll think about it. Let's go on a break now.
All right, fantastic.
All right, when we come back, we'll discuss this matter. Is it a Delta State money or is it federal government's money? We'd like to hear your views. Stay with us. We'll be right back.